The Museum of Fine Arts Houston is welcoming a new exhibition that celebrates the elegance and beauty of the Texan home.
This exhibition features selections of objects made in Texas that were either given to the BioBend collection by Mr. William J. Hill or objects that are still in his collection that are loaned to this exhibition. And they range in date from the time of the Texas Republic to near the end of the 19th century. Mr. Hill is a Texas independent oil man, and he's still in the oil production business, and he's been interested in Texas material for many, many years and has been building his collection for decades and is tremendously passionate about Texas material and Texas history, and feels very strongly that the things deserve a much wider audience for their intrinsic qualities as well as for their historical qualities. We've got three major media in here. There's furniture, there's ceramics, and there's silver. So in looking at the furniture, there are lots of manufacturing techniques that are represented, from very simple things like bending and shaping wood with spoke shaves and so forth, splitting wood, shaping it, to turning it, to much more advanced techniques such as inlay, marquetry, and very highly accomplished carving. I wanted to show a range of techniques, particularly in the furniture, that are represented here, and to show that there was good craftsmanship being done even with a minimum number of tools and with simple techniques. There are chairs that are simply produced but well made. And then there are also objects that are here that are the products of much more technically advanced cabinet making that might have been made at the same time, just simply in places with different resources.
These works show how craftsmen respond to competing on an increasingly larger stage, much as craftsmen today respond to globalization.
It shows certainly that there was a wide variety of skills and trades that were practiced in early Texas. Some of them very traditional in nature, with people having learned their skills in very traditional kinds of apprenticeship settings, where someone would have worked beside the master for a number of years before being able to work as a journeyman and then possibly go become a master himself. The silver certainly speaks to that, and the furniture certainly speaks to that, the more accomplished furniture certainly. And it also says to us about the history of Texas that these things were being produced at a moment before Texas was fully embraced by the transportation system that would soon network the entire country, and that would make it possible for goods manufactured in major centers, whether those were in the Midwest or the East Coast, to get almost anywhere with equal ease in America. So there were lots of regional production centers throughout the United States, and Texas as well, that just couldn't compete with that. So there's this flowering of craftsmanship that happens late in the story, in Texas just coming into being as those things are beginning to change very rapidly in America. But the same story is told everywhere. It's just these objects are so eloquent with regard to Texas. Well, it's certainly another phase of that interweaving of markets and what happens to individual entrepreneurs or craftsmen in the face of that. I mean, it wasn't on the scale of globalization, but it certainly brought tremendous new things into competition with people who previously served very local or regional markets with their traditional skills and crafts.
A Texas Legacy, selections from the William J. Hill Collection, will be on display through January 2nd, 2017. For more information, visit the museum's website at www.mfah.org. For Artbeat, I'm Stacy Hawkins.